beginning, you play two complex characters. What struck you most about them?
What's the...
You say that we play. He says that we play two complex characters. What do you like about them? That they're complex.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They're complex. They are.
I've never known such complex characters. I've never read about such complex characters. I mean, I've never played a part with a Navy SEAL, operative, mathematician, lecturer. That's been cut out. Thank God. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Sorry, we just discussed it because but there's lots of backstory and we're not sure what we're allowed to say or admit. The complexity and what's revealed, I don't know how many you've seen, but what's revealed about them and their true history together, it makes it even more complex. And then you've got what she actually does, who's fighting for who, what we're fighting for, are the matters of the heart, are the matters for the country, and the matters for the greater good of the world. And they're super intelligent. And I can say for both of us,
we're really not.
No, we are to a point.
No, we are to a point,
but in a very different
way. In a literal
Yeah.
way, or a way that we both studied at Cambridge. We're very kind of from working class backgrounds, and it was challenging to kind of, I struggled with my own identity, I think, and the fact that I wasn't college educated, and this character is very intelligent, and her background is obviously very different than mine, specifically with the dialogue and the way that she approaches her relationships with other people can be very intimidating, and I don't feel like a very intimidating person, but she's super direct, and I think as well as your character, and they speak in this very Latin-derived way, and my natural way of speaking is very plain and simple and Anglo-Saxon. I grew up in Ohio. Even though this character is from Virginia and is, an everyday woman, it was challenging to connect with that aspect of her.
Hayley says this, but I rewatched something last night, and it's the scene right at the beginning where you confront Frank in that stairwell. And you're so good, and you speak so fluently, without breath, and with complex CIA talk accuracy. So I don't know what you're saying, but you do it very well.
Thank you.
Even though you told me to change my outfit.
Truth and lies are the core of the series, and also are the center of our reality. What do you think about that?
Oh.
Did you say lies are at the center of?
Well, yeah, I think it's a great
world activity.
Lies are secrets and lies, right? Yeah. Well, they are, and it's worse than it's ever been. I've never known a time where lies are facts, or where it doesn't matter if you get caught for lying. It doesn't matter anymore, and I think it's extraordinarily dangerous. And this piece of work was written 20 years ago, and it's sort of a precursor to what's happening. It's in a more innocent time. If you think when this was, basically people getting caught, it's bad. What's quite interesting about this, and this will bring up this conversation, I hope, a lot, because the world is very different. It doesn't feel old-fashioned, but it was a time they're chasing the truth. And yes, they'd be accountable. If we find out about this archive, about this stuff, they're in deep trouble. Now, and this will be a conversation, I haven't really spoken about it, but
that's interesting.
Now they won't be in deep trouble. It's just people will go, yeah, they lie.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a lie.
Yeah. And it's very frightening.
And it's frightening, and it's maddening, and it's the quest for justice is so, I think, the quest for resist. We need to resist, and I think that's something that these characters are doing, even though people could be destroyed in that pursuit.
But they're pursuing, yes.
But that's kind of interesting.
It is, but at least they're making a stand for
it's
something.
Obviously, it's entertainment, but it also has, undertones of we have to resist, and we have to make impossible decisions.
Yes, this is a time when they were still prepared.
Things.
Yes, and that seems to be not happening anymore, which I think is really frightening, because people, and I don't blame anyone. It's like we're living through a moment in a history book. I remember growing up and reading about those awful atrocities that happened in our childhood or when we were young, and you'd sort of be at school going, why didn't anyone do anything?
Yeah.
Why didn't they put a stop to that? And now I'm realizing because you can't,
Yeah.
because you're not allowed to speak anything, because at the moment, more than ever, if you do speak anything that you feel, you could really jeopardize, you're condemned for it, and you could jeopardize your future and other people's future. So you have to sort of work out, is it worth that? And when you start doing that, the whole of society crumbles, which... And if this show manages to bring up that conversation, then great, because we need to start having it.
I don't want to give any spoilers, but I see, Sydney as kind of an avenging angel in a way, as, in the later episodes.